All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something pretty special. It's called the Raft to Freedom program. And it's all built around this really powerful idea that we don't need someone to rescue us from our struggles, we can actually build our own way through them.
And this quote from Dr. Gabor Mate, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? The very things we do to try and escape our pain, well, that's often what keeps us stuck. The RAFT program is all about offering a different way, a way to stop running and finally start navigating.
So what is this struggle we're even talking about? Well, the first thing to know about the RAFT program is that it sees this not as some kind of personal failing, but as a deeply human experience, something we all share.
And notice the words used here. This isn't about clinical labels or diagnoses. It's about something we can all kind of get our heads around. Patterns of escape and self-sabotage. You know, those things we do for a little bit of relief in the moment, but that end up making things worse down the line.
In fact, the program gives us a lot of different ways to talk about this. Maybe for you, it feels like the pull of compulsive behaviors, or maybe the tangle of habits that disconnect us really hits home. The point isn't to find the perfect label, but to find words that feel true for you without any judgment.
So, who is this for? Well, pretty much anyone. You don't need to identify a certain way or believe a certain thing to get started. The only real ticket you need is an open mind, a caringly curious mind, a willingness to just look at your own life with a bit of kindness.
Okay, so if we're feeling stuck, how do we get to a better place? This is where we get to the core metaphor of the whole program, and it's a beautiful one. The idea of building a raft to freedom.
Think of it like this. The metaphor gives us a map. We start out on what's called the dangerous shore. This is the place of suffering, of confusion, of risk. And the whole goal is to build a vessel, your raft, to carry yourself across to the safe shore, a place of peace, clarity, and just real well-being.
And I absolutely love this idea from the program. It completely flips the script. This journey isn't about just sitting around waiting to be rescued. No, it says that you, right now, you're already the captain, you're the navigator, and you're the crew. You have everything you need to build this raft and steer it.
Of course, every good raft needs a blueprint, a set of plans. And in this program, that blueprint is actually built right into the name itself. R-A-F-T.
Raft, pronounced just like the boat, is an acronym. It stands for the 4 vital stages or realizations that make up this entire journey. So let's take a look at what they are.
Okay, so here's how it flows. It all starts with R for recognize. That's just about taking an honest but kind look at where you actually are. From there, you move to A for abandon, learning how to skillfully let go of the patterns that are causing the suffering. Doing that creates space for F, freedom. This means turning towards and really appreciating those moments of peace when they show up. And finally, T is for train, because this isn't a one-and-done deal. You commit to practices that keep you on course.
Now, this raft isn't just a nice idea, right? It's made of actual, tangible components. And these are the inner resources that we learn to build up to make our raft strong enough for the journey.
Check out how this works. The planks of the raft, the very foundation, that's your ethics, your values. The ropes that bind it all together, those are heart practices like compassion and kindness. The masts that stand tall and give you direction, that's mindfulness. And the sails, the things that actually catch the wind, that's the 4 RAFT stages we just talked about. And the engine that powers the whole thing, that's your motivation, your courageous effort.
So, we've looked at the map, we've seen the blueprint for the raft, and now this is where the program extends a very personal invitation to you to actually begin. And it all really starts with this one question. What's your why? What is the deep personal motivation that's going to fuel your journey? Figuring that out, that's the very first step to building your raft.
Now here's the best part. You do not have to build this thing alone or from scratch. To help you, the entire Raft to Freedom workbook, with all of the teachings and the exercises, is offered completely free of charge. You can find everything you need, the workbook, community resources, right on their website. It's raft2freedom.org. Simple as that.
And we want to leave you with this final idea from Gotama, whose teachings really form a foundation for this program.
It's just a powerful reminder of what this whole thing is really about. It's not just about changing a few habits. It's about finding an unshakable freedom of the heart.
And really, in that very same spirit of freedom, all of the Raft materials are designed to be shared openly. The whole idea is that this knowledge can get to anyone who needs it. Thanks so much for joining us on The Explainer.